Yes! Amplify this. Here's another blast, another hand of the week, one of my favorites called One More Card, Please. On a 2004 cruise for a World Poker Tour event, the action in the side games was fast and furious. In the old days, back in the cruise ship area of the late 80s, we called the side games the Buried at Sea game. The 2004 version of the Buried at Sea was a no-limit hold'em game with $100, $200 blinds. At around 4 a.m., the following one-of-a-kind hand came up. I opened for $600. Alan Cunningham called the bet. Carlos Mortensen made it $3,000 to go on the button, and then Randy Jensen made it $9,000 to go. I folded, Alan folded, and then Carlos said with a straight face, "Dealer, please give me one more card." Everyone sat there stunned for a moment while the dealer gave Carlos another card. Here we go. 100, as you can see that I made it 600, call, 3,000, 9,000, fold, fold. The discards were quickly counted. And at this point, all of us started laughing out loud. You see, the dealer hadn't given Carlos his last card yet on the button. This happens a lot. And Carlos, messing with our minds, made it 3,000 to go with only one card. He planned to laugh at us while showing us his one-card bluff after we all folded. Well, after he received a second card, Carlos decided to move all in for $16,300 total. What the heck was going on here? Randy studied for a long while and then decided to call the bet with his 6-3 offsuit. But before Randy flipped his hand up, he had the good sense to ask Carlos to save the last $7,300 of the bet. They would both save $7,300 and take it back out of the pot. But Carlos immediately replied, "No way." Then Randy said, "Deal it twice," and Carlos agreed. When you ask to have it dealt twice, the dealer puts up two separate flops, two separate 5-card boards, in fact. This takes some of the luck out of the game. If you each win one, then you split the pot. If one player wins twice, then he scoops the whole pot. And what powerhouse hand led Carlos to immediately say no to saving $7,300? How about Queen-Jack offsuit? How could Carlos move all in with that hand in this spot for the fourth raise? When you put in the third and fourth races, you usually expect to see one guy with aces or kings, and how could Carlos not agree to make a save here? Somehow, some way, Carlos believed that Queen-Jack was the best hand, and even scarier, he was right. I mean, these guys have to have giant-sized ones. They put in $16,300 into this pot each. One, Randy, with a 6-3 offsuit, and Carlos with Queen-Jack. What about Randy's actions during this hand? He correctly read Carlos as being weak. I mean, Carlos did, after all, only have one card, and he made a great move on him. But Carlos also read Randy well and made a strong move right back at him. I really don't like Randy's $7,300 call here, but he was right, because he was only a 2-to-1 underdog against Queen-Jack, and the pot was laying him almost 4-to-1 on a $7,300 call. The first flop came down 3, 5, 9, then a 9, then a 10, and Randy's threes won the first pot. Carlos won the second round when he hit a jack on the flop, and a good laugh was had by all. What a truly unbelievable hand. I amplify. Do you?